an exploration of fear. With the recent explosive increase in generative AI, I find myself at a constant loss. I'm not worried about artificial intelligence impacting my work much. I make my art and write my stories because I enjoy it, not to post it or even to sell it. Art is not my job. It is my self-expression. Instead, I worry about my agency, as I have worried for it all my life. I'm sure you've seen the deepfakes. They get more and more realistic every day. The amount of people who have had their faces and their voices stolen to advertise some scam or faulty product is staggering. I wish I could say that was why I don't show my face on the internet, but though it certainly is a deterrent, it is not the main reason. Ever since I was a child, I have been deathly afraid of being seen. I have hated the thought of people, particularly men, seeing my face, my body, me. I did not understand this deep-rooted fear of mine until a few years ago, when I recontextualized my forgotten pain. I am afraid because it has already happened. I am afraid because I've already been hurt, exploited, seen. I am afraid because I don't want it to happen again. You know what they say about fear, though, right? Confront it. Show it who's boss. Show it that there is nothing to be scared of anymore, and walk free. But what if there is still something to be scared of? What if I can handle being seen, but getting hurt again is just too much? What if I'd rather not have my voice and my face and my agency stripped away from me again? Should I just disappear off the internet because I'm scared of AI? Scared of people who might like me enough to deepfake explicit content of me? Should I delete my entire backlog of videos, the one I've worked the past 7 years on? Because, well, let's face it, voices are stolen just as frequently, if not more frequently. It's easy to fake them, it seems. But what if that's just OCD talking? I fly under the radar. I always have. Nobody is going to see this, apart from a few friends, if that. And a part of my healing process has been putting myself out there, showing up as myself, being seen. And my wonderful friends have been nothing but kind to me, and it has been extremely freeing to step out of hiding. Last month, I took on a writing challenge, and not just any at that. I wrote for Kinktober. And that feels insane to even admit to, because I have always presented myself as sex repulsed, and for the longest time I was. Only, whereas before I believed this repulsion stemmed from my orientation, nowadays I know it to be a trauma response. Sex used to trigger the hell out of me. It always had, and I thought it always would, until I dug up my repressed memories and addressed my pain in therapy. The past few years, I have been on a massive healing journey. I've spent every day processing, and finally, I've started to see changes. Massive changes, too much to capture in a little thumbnail sketch, but one of these changes is in regard to my sex repulsion. It is gone. I would consider myself sex neutral now. If a scene comes on in a book or a film, I can just roll my eyes and skip past it, but remarkably, if it is well written and makes sense narratively or adds to the characters in their journey, I can even appreciate it. I never, ever would have expected myself to get there, much less to have a positive view of sex in a highly specific context. That's what I've been writing about. Rescripting. I've been rewriting my traumatic memories in a positive context, with a character who is as safe as they come. My best friend. Not a romantic partner, because even as my view of sex has changed, my orientation has not. I am aro-ace, a romantic and asexual. I do not experience romantic or sexual attraction, but that does not mean I don't find sex intriguing in this single imaginary context. saying that out loud, much less to an audience who could never expect this of me, in the face of the image I've presented of myself, the image that was me, the image I've outgrown. It can only be accompanied by a single visual. Hey everybody, it's Saskia Sketches, and this is what I look like.